Hi, guys. I'm going to open up this agenda for us. Today is Wednesday, and this is the video that I want you guys to watch for your project on short story elements. This project is not due until Monday, December 21st, which is our official last day of our Google Meet until January. So, this project is designed around story elements. And I want you guys to visit our Google Classroom so that I can review with you what you'll be working on today. My hope is that I go over some of your questions on this video and that you will be able to get started and continue working on your project from here. If I do not answer your questions, please make sure that you ask me in our Google Meet and on Google Classroom, and I will show you how to do that. So you're going to want to visit our Google Classroom in the classwork section. We are still in story elements. So short story elements is where all of our topics are going to be. And you're going to scroll down to the topic of story elements project. When you click that assignment, you're going to get a Google slide. You're going to want to open that Google slide because that is going to be the rubric for our project. For this project, you are going to create either a Google Doc, you can do Google Slides, you could even do a Google Drawing if you would like to do that. That part is your choice. What you're going to need to do is to create a visual. So I should see on your project, your final presentation, I would see some pictures, some writing, some descriptions. And the first thing that you're going to share with us as a class is your setting. What is your favorite setting? So your favorite place, your favorite time, your favorite season. For example, mine is the beach. I love the beach. It reminds me of just growing up. And so I might want to find a picture of the beach and explain why that is my favorite setting. The next thing that you're going to do is think about your favorite person. Okay. When we started the book Ghost, we did a steel chart on Castle, our main character, or Ghost is what they call him. We also had an activity where you guys did a steel chart on yourself. And now you're going to take that knowledge and you're going to apply it to your favorite person. What does your favorite person say? What do they think? How do they affect other people? What do they do? Their actions, and then what do they look like? And you're going to create that as part of your project. The next thing that you're going to look at is theme. Okay, and theme can be a little confusing for you guys. So we're going to have some more practice with this tomorrow as well on our FlowCab lessons. But your goal for theme is to think about 5 themes, rules, or mottos that are going to help you be the best person you can be. So I want these to be positive so that we can start the year 2021 on a positive note. And remember that themes are lessons that you learn. So a lot of times kids might say, well, Ms. Owens, forgiveness is a theme. And that's true. Forgiveness is a theme. But we're going to stretch our thinking a little bit in 6th grade, and we're going to make that theme a statement or a sentence. So what is it about theme? What is it about forgiveness? Forgot what I said. What is it about forgiveness that we can say? Maybe it's that in 2021, we want to forgive people for hurting our feelings. Maybe we want to forgive more. That's a theme. Okay. Maybe we want to start being kind to our siblings. Maybe a lesson that we've learned is that we need to attend our Google Meets. Okay. Even though it's hard and it's a struggle. And then the last part of your project that you're going to create or design is conflict. And remember, conflict is a problem. So what you're going to be doing is explaining a problem that you've had and how that problem was solved. Because we want to continue working on being problem solvers. There's lots of problems out there. We all have had them. We're still going through them, and we're still going to have them. Okay, conflicts are never going to go away. So try to focus on one that has been solved, and you'll explain that conflict and how it was solved with us. And then when all is said and done, we're going to present on a Flipgrid. Now, you're going to need to take this one step at a time. So today's Wednesday, you have the rest of this week, you have all next week, and then Monday to kind of put it together. Okay, so you have a week and a half to work on this. Pace yourself. Do a slide a day or part of your Google Doc a day or a Google Drawing part of it. Okay, maybe you'll do setting today and then character on Thursday, theme on Friday, conflict next Monday, start organizing it, do your speech, practice what you want to say, and then you'll be ready for a Flipgrid. And you should have plenty of time to do this. Okay. Now, if you need some extra help, we're going to thank first block and second block and third block for your help that I'm going to show you next. During our face-to-face classes, and I know you guys can't be here, but we're still thinking about you guys and trying to figure out ways to help you online. And my kids at school love to help you guys. So here's another way that they have helped you. You'll see that we set up a Padlet for you guys to view. And under the Padlet is each category of our project. So you have a setting. What are their favorite settings? Because in your project, you have to tell me what your favorite setting is, a picture of it, and then explain why it's your favorite setting. So they have just given you guys a few ideas, and feel free to use any of these or think of your own now that you've gotten some examples. Another thing they did today is they thought about their favorite person and shared that with you guys. Remember that your favorite person, you're going to do a steel chart on them for full credit. What do they say? What do they think? How do they affect you? What do they do? And what are their looks? And so for this short assignment today, they just mentioned who their favorite person was, because you can't do your chart until you know who your favorite person is. And then remember, I said that theme can be tricky, super tricky. And we're going to practice some more tomorrow. But for theme, remember that these are lessons learned. So think about things that you've learned this past year. You can use those, or things that you want to carry into 2021. Again, they can be rules, mottos. Somebody even mentioned quotes. I loved that idea. Okay. So what can we use? What can we learn? What kind of lessons or rules or mottos or quotes can we take into 2021? Again, view the themes that your peers have created for you to review and see if that sparks any ideas. And then the last part is conflict, a problem. Okay. Some of them went into detail about their problems. I only expected them to list a problem and not the solution just for this assignment, just to get you started thinking. But you can look at some of the problems that they have had and some of the solutions and see if that will spark anything, any ideas to help you get started. I have also put the project rubric link here. You guys can open that up and see what all I'm looking for. You'll be graded on setting, character, theme, conflict, and the Flipgrid. Everything that is highlighted will be 20 points. 20 points for the setting. You've got your picture, your description. For character, you have all the steel components. For theme, you listed 5. And for the conflict, you have the problem and the solution. And then, of course, you completed your Flipgrid. Everything is 20 points. So if you decide to leave something out or don't make it in time, I will grade what you have before you're leaving for winter break. Now, another thing that I have done is just listed a note for rubric details, going through each criteria, the setting, the characters, the theme, and then the conflict. And then I've also already set up your Flipgrid for you. I don't expect any Flipgrids right now or even this week, really. Next week is probably when you'll start working on that Flipgrid. So I would not do that Flipgrid until you are done and you have practiced what you want to say and you know how to present. Otherwise, you will not be getting credit for that. Okay. So I would prefer you to hold off on the Flipgrid until next week and we can review that again. But for now, and Thursday and Friday, you can start organizing it and getting it ready so that you can continue working on it. So that is the last part of me explaining kind of what needs to go into the project. The last part I wanted to show you is where you will add your project or create your project. That has been the number one question today. Well, where do we put this, Ms. Owens? Everything is in Google Classroom, okay? So if you go back to your classwork tab, again, staying under those short story elements, you're gonna look for that project. And then for you guys, yours is a little different. The organization is a little different. You're going to go to View Assignment, and in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see Add or Create. And you can create a Google Doc, a Google Slide, or a Google Drawing. Whatever you prefer to do this assignment with is fine with me. If you complete it on your drive, you will need to add it right there. But I would prefer you to create it because I can see what you are working on. If it is blank, I can't help you, okay? Comment, send me messages, but this is where your project will go, okay? And I can see Alexis and Travis have turned this in, but they have not attached their project. So they're just, again, you guys tend to turn things in just because it says turned in on Google Classroom and it looks like you're not missing any work, okay? So that is not what we want to do. Make sure that you review this video. You can fast forward it, you can rewind it, and use the Padlet for help if you need it, okay? I will post the Padlet on your stream for some extra help. All right, I cannot wait to see your projects. Work hard, ask questions, communicate with me, and let's end 2020 on a good note with good grades and be able to start fresh in January. Okay, this is not due until Monday, December 21st, which is our last Google Meet until January. All right, I'm here when you need me.